A.K.A. Uh, I'm probably not going to be on here for long. Um, I know YouTube probably might take this video down because of the flag I have. Because I posted the a flag that has blood on it, the American flag. And the only reason why I post that, because I always wanted to post that, because this country has built it on the backs of slaves and immigrants, and the backs of people who died through the the 400 years that Europeans have been here. And I'm pissed off. Something's gotta be done right now, ASAP, because this non-people president is really messing up like a lot of stuff. Now, he said he wasn't going to mess with Medicaid. He wasn't going to mess with a lot of stuff that has to do with the elderly and the young. This man let Elon Musk, a multi-billionaire, which people say he's the richest man in the world. He's not the richest man in the world. He's only the richest man in the world by currency, not the richest man in the world by gold and oil, which that gives the rights to the Saudis. Um, there's a lot of crap that's been going on for the last few days, and what Trump has done for the last few days is just mind-boggling. And he's up there selling stuff on his broadcast, that he has at the White House. He was selling American great hats. He was selling golden tickets, but he's going to give that to the rich Russians. He's trying to get rich people to come here and live. He said that out of his mouth. I'm trying to get more rich people to come into the United States so they can live and they can get people to work for them to make money. I'm like, where is this money? Where's these jobs? Like, number one, the Russians are not coming here. They're not. The Russians are not coming here. They rather stay in their own country. They're not coming here because the Russians are not going to be competing with anybody in this country. Number two, Donald Trump is an asshole because he thinks that he owns the country. He doesn't run the country as a president. He thinks he owns the country. That means it's his. And he had I don't know I think it was John F. Kennedy Jr. I don't know who the hell it was that was standing next to him that gave him the hats. He was up there laughing and saying every American should do as their president say. And I'm sitting up there like, who? Like, what's going on, man? This country is really actually. This man was supposed to help the fire in California, right? This man turns around and does something else stupid with the water, and he blames California of why the water didn't get to where it's supposed to get to help put out this fire. I'm so shocked what's going on in America that it's coming to a point that people are going to just give up and just say, you know what, go ahead, Trump, you do whatever you want to do, because we can't fight him, because we can't say nothing wrong about him, because he's getting to the point of doing what Adolf did when he got people arrested for even speaking about, you know, the Nazis or whoever that he was dealing with at that time. If you said his name, or if you said any of his powerful people with him, you would have got arrested. And they're starting to do that now. They're going to have you arrested. Honestly, it's a right of the freedom of speech of America. We can speak and do whatever we want to, but we can't anymore because first he said he's going to try to change us to allow us to have freedom of speech, but it's only on his level, not our level of freedom of speech. Like, if we want to talk about something that has to do with the country, we can't, because we are going to get censored. YouTube does it. YouTube censors the crap out of everybody just for the littlest things. And even if we can't even have our own view, they will censor the crap out of us because they feel that you can't say everything on social media. But you have this man named Elon Musk going all into our stuff, going all into our privacy, taking all they want out of our fucking privacy, but which is against the law. Well, he's breaking so many laws. We need to bring out the 25th Amendment, but we are not going to be able to because, we won't be able to bring out the 25th Amendment because we started to lose our power. And it's not just because of the seats. It's not because the Republicans are trying to say, well, Republicans are really getting sick and tired of Donald Trump too. Like, you really start to see that Donald Trump is really making the Republicans like, yo, what the hell is this man doing? Because a lot of rich people also has family that's on Medicaid, that's on different things, and they don't want to see their family members. They're probably the elderly or probably their nieces or their nephews, or maybe probably their children to have, their Medicaid taken away from them. I don't give a damn who you are. That should make you mad for a man that's trying to be like somebody that died over 70 years ago, which he'll never be that man that died 70 years ago, because this type of stuff that he's doing is treason. You can't be doing none of this to your people. I mean, you're supposed to be protecting your people, giving your people what your people need to have to survive in a country where you don't have any money. Your country's broke because everybody's leaving the country because the country's not making any money. You want to pretend like you're bringing all these different things to this country to make more money, and you're not doing anything with sitting up there, flying on a freaking plane, sitting there just rambling your mouth away about, oh, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take this. But you're not. The American people are like, yo, what's going? But we can't say nothing because we don't know what he's gonna do. He might get the military at us next. You know what I mean? He has the power to do that. He has the power to, and I don't care. And it's not even about color anymore. It's not even about race anymore. It's about a man that does not give a damn about nobody but himself. Yeah, he has Elon Musk there, but he really don't like Elon Musk either. He hates that motherfucker. You know what I mean? But the only thing about it that he got him there because Elon Musk could do a lot because he has money. People don't understand. Money is the most powerful tool to actually destroy people. You know what I mean? And I always say money buys you evil shit. People say that they believe in God. All right, cool. But do you believe that the devil, not him, I believe Elon Musk is the devil. I believe he's the devil. And I believe that he is buying shit to destroy us. We didn't even do nothing to him. What did we do to Trump so bad? Oh, because we didn't let him win the election? Or he said he won the election, but, and he said he was going to get his revenge. Because he said he was going to get his revenge. And I guess this is his revenge. I mean, it's going to get worse and worse and worse unless somebody stops it, man. But I don't see nobody out there trying to stop it. Yes, we're protesting, we're marching these long marches, and it's probably going to go on for the next 4 years, but it's not going to work, man. Because this man, it has a lot of power, and he has these little fucking demons that work with him. They don't know nothing about politics. He has people that were former newscasters, reporters. He has people that never ever was in politics working for him. Now you can talk about Biden all you want. You can talk about Harris all you want. Talk about they do crap, but they had people that were in politics. They had people that worked behind the scenes that been around bills, that been around the Senate, have been around everything. But you got this motherfucker that have people that never been there and done that. You got some crazy maniac that runs the defense joint that wants to lock up every single immigrant. For some reason, he hates them. He despises them. And he wants to lock up every single one. We don't know why he wants to, but that's what, and Donald Trump loves it. He loves it. And even Donald Trump doesn't see. Donald Trump used to have immigrants work for him when he had the Trump Towers, and he used to treat immigrants bad. He used to treat them really, really bad. And immigrants got sick and tired of him. You know what they did? They sued him. Donald Trump got sued by immigrants, and he got sued by black people. And he treated black people bad too. But the one thing about it is Donald Trump started hanging around blacks. He started hanging around multi-billionaires and millionaires that were black. And he started hanging around immigrants, not immigrants, but former people that were immigrant. He was hanging around them. He was hanging around, partying. He hung around P. Diddy. Like, he hung around he went around. Everybody know who else he hung around. And he was going to the Epstein Islands. He was doing all this stuff. And this man was a criminal mastermind. And he still got in office. And people still wanted this man to sit on the throne, to run the country, being the first criminal in history to be the president of the United States. You know what I mean? And he committed treason. He should have been locked up forever. But nobody wanted to put this man in jail because he couldn't go to jail because once you become a president of the United States, you can't be touched. It's crazy. Now, the only way you could touch him, and probably in a year from now, you could touch him probably trying to impeach him. But it's going to be hard to try to impeach him if he gets all these things done before 2 years from a year from now. It's crazy. This man is holding this country hostage. It's going to be a point that he's going to build a border wall around this country and we won't be able to go to fucking nowhere. Or he's going to start locking up all cultures because he doesn't, like I said before, he's trying to get the Russians to come here. He's trying to get people from South America to live here. He's trying to get all the white people he thinks is white, which I keep telling people that there's no such thing as a white fucking country that he could bring over here and have people live the life. And he wants to bring rich people over here. I mean, rich. He don't care about the poor. He doesn't care about the middle class. He doesn't care about the kids. He doesn't care about the elderly. He doesn't. He even says it out loud. He says it on TV, and he gets up there and say, "Yo, anybody want to buy a hat?" Like, who does that? He sells his items on fucking television like he's doing an infomercial. And people were sitting up there like, wow, he's a great man. Oh, he's a great president. Oh my goodness, he's such a great man. Look, he's selling his Make American Great hat. Like, come on, man. We're never going to get out of this trouble that we're going through right now. This is a big issue with America. We, I always say that we as Americans, ever since the pandemic, and ever since that we had gotten Trump out of office, ever since then, I believe that we should have never got ourselves in politics. I think we should have just voted for Biden and left politics alone because people started getting into politics. They don't know nothing about politics, going back and forth between Democrat, Republican, and liberal, and independent, and they arguing. Don't know what the fuck they arguing about because they don't know nothing about presidencies. They don't know nothing about the Congress. They don't know about Supreme Court. They don't know nothing about that has to do with politics. Then you start voting for presidents, leaders of the country. That's when we don't know how to vote. Yes, we can vote for a governor, a mayor, or a senator, but we don't know how to vote for a president. You've seen how we voted for presidents for the last few years. American people don't know how to vote for the president because American people should not be involved with politics. The thing they should do is just vote for a president they feel can run the country and go about their day. Instead of trying to, oh, well, this president right here look kind of great. Yeah. Oh, but you don't know nothing about the motherfucker's background. There's a lot of people don't even know about Donald Trump's background. That's the sad thing. How the hell do you, being like around 70 something years old, you voted for Donald Trump, but they ask you, so do you know Donald Trump did this back in 1980? No, I didn't know that. How the fuck, try not to curse, how the heck you don't know that? How the heck you don't know nothing about Donald Trump and his fast, like almost 50 years as being an American, or some of 70 something years, or 50 something years, being an American, owning shit, being an entrepreneur, being very, very powerful, being very, very influential on the selling property, but nobody knows anything about this man. People pretend. TB, I always believe, because I'm not a Democrat or Republican, because I don't go by party. Because number one, party is like, to me, like religion. You gotta choose your religion between being a Christian or a, oh, it is what Republican and Democrat really means to me. It means that we're fighting for religion. And this is what it is anyway, because people all talk about, well, we voted for Donald Trump because he's Christian based. No, he's not. He's not a Christian, he's a Protestant. And he doesn't care nothing about Christianity. He wanted Christians to vote for him. That's all he fucking said. He said it out loud, he said it proud. And like I said, everything goes over everybody's head because people don't know about politics. People don't know how these people talk. They have to bring you in for you to vote. If they say something that you like, oh yeah, Christianity, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I'm voting for him. I'm voting for him because he's a Christian. He's not a Christian. He even said, I'm not a Christian. I am a Protestant. He said, I just want Christians to vote for me. He said that. And people still ran out there, press the button and vote for him, and they come back and say, oh, I voted for him because he's a Christian. He wasn't. Because this is what people do. We don't know nothing about politics. And the people that do know about politics try to tell the people that don't know about politics. The people that don't know politics will get mad at the people that know politics and start cursing the hell out, saying, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Donald Trump is a great man. So tell me, what have Donald Trump done in politics? Nobody can tell you what Donald Trump has done in over 50 years in politics. Absolutely nothing. Because in 1986, that man said he's running for president. And everybody didn't believe him, but he became president. He didn't have no politics, just like Abraham Lincoln. That had nothing to do with politics. He was a lawyer. He self-taught himself. He self-taught himself how to be a lawyer. And I forgot what else before a lawyer. Before he became a lawyer, he became something before a lawyer. But he wasn't into politics. But he said he needed to learn about politics, and he got in politics, and he won the election, just like Ronald Reagan. A lot of these presidents wasn't big in politics, but they got themselves in there to learn something. Donald Trump didn't learn a goddamn thing about politics. He's sitting in office running the fucking presidency like he's a king. And we don't have any kings here. We never had a king as a president. We never had a king, period. We don't have Britain. There's no England. None of these motherfuckers over there, they all are kings. We don't have no king over here. And he's trying to run the country like he's a king. And I don't understand what Musk is trying to do. Musk is this billionaire. People, I don't understand how you like this man is a total liar. And he is actually a fascist. Everybody knows that crap. He's obsessed with Adolf Hitler. He's obsessed with it. He's obsessed with him. He's obsessed with him. And he won't tell you that he is, but he is. He's having people get fired just because he believes that they don't exist because they don't come to work. Because it was a pandemic, right? That's the reason why people didn't show up for freaking work, because it was a pandemic. Once the pandemic hit, they started saying people could stay home and work at home. Where does he get this that people are disappearing? People are not disappearing. People are still working. It's just they're working at home because they were allowed to. Because of the pandemic. That's the reason why people are not working. It wasn't working at work. But they started trying to get people to come back to work. But people didn't want to come back to work. So they say, okay, cool, we ain't going to go through this. We're going to let people come in like a few days at work, and then we're going to let people stay at home for a few days. So we're going to split it down the middle. And nobody didn't say anything about it until this motherfucker comes in office. Then he said, well, I want the government to come in here and start working at the workplace. Why does Trump care? He don't know nothing about the government. He's just taking shit from the government because he feels like, oh, okay, that sounds like we can take, that's money, that's money, that's money. Anything that has to do with money, he takes and he says, you know what, nobody needs this. Americans don't need this much money. We need this much money. The rich people need this money. American poor and middle class, or poor, because we're not going to call them middle class anymore, we are going to take everything from them until we actually go out and fight. Like if we have a civil war against our own president, because it didn't happen before, so why the hell it can't happen again? Because we're just going to let it happen. We're going to sit back, chill, and let everything just happen, and let them take everything from us. It's going to take away everything that we need to survive, dog. Like, we're already having trouble finding homes. We're already having trouble finding apartments. Like we already are having trouble, paying our bills. We are always having problems with paying for food and groceries because they're so fucking high. Taxes are high as shit. People say taxes are high during listen, dog. Taxes are always going to be fucked up. But the thing about it is, when you have a man that only cares about taxing the poor and giving the rich all the money they can have and be more wealthier, which he's trying to do with Elon Musk. He's trying to make Elon Musk even wealthier, while the poor is just sitting back like, damn, we're gonna be holding our hands out soon. Like I said, this country reminds me of Rome so much, dog, because they watch their people starve to death. The leaders watch their people starve to death because we are going to go through the same thing. We're going to starve to death. And the children are going to die because they won't be able to get Medicaid for any diseases that are viruses that they have. They can't treat them because the doctor's going to be like, well, I'm sorry, we can't take your Medicaid. Because Donald Trump wants his name on the Medicaid. He wants to take away Obama's name and put his name on Medicaid. He wants his name so bad on every fucking thing. That's all you hear. Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that. He wants his name on everything. He made the Trump gold card. He put his name on a gold card. Who does that? Why is he so obsessed with his name being on everything? It's like he's in Egypt, and how Egypt used to have a pharaoh's name on everything, and he was obsessed with having his name on everything. And next thing you know, when he died, the next pharaoh comes out of nowhere, knocks that pharaoh's name off, and put his name all over everything. But Donald Trump is different. Donald Trump wants this shit to last forever. So every single time that we get something, it's going to have Donald Trump's name on it. It could be 20, 30 years from now. Because the Republicans are going to try to make votes to keep the Americans, people, and have Donald Trump's name on everything. Like, he's trying to run this country like a fascist country, like Hitler tried to run Germany. And it's crazy. Everybody talk about, oh, Russia this, Russia that. I mean, who gives a fuck about Russia? Why are we so concerned? Why are we so concerned about the war in Russia? Why are we so concerned about the war in Russia? Why are we so concerned about the war in Palestine? Why are we concerned about that? The people, yes, it's people that came from Palestine to the United States. Yes, Russia has a war, not even a war, it's a civil war. It's a small little fucking war about the size of the motherfucking Ukraine is the size of a rock, a little size pebble, and people are all upset. Oh my God, they're over there attacking Ukraine. Come on, man. Are you serious? Number one, like I said a billion times, once upon a time, if nobody knows who Stalin is, look up Stalin. Stalin used to own Ukraine. Stalin used to be the president of Russia. He used to own Ukraine. The fucking NATO wants to take control of Ukraine. But see, the one thing about it is Russia doesn't like NATO. The United States had problems with NATO, but Russia told them, Putin told him, can you please, told the American president, he told Biden, he told Obama, and he also told Donald Trump, do not, can you please not get yourself involved with the war over here with NATO? Obama said, okay, I'm not going to get involved. He never got involved. Biden is the only one that got involved. That's the reason why he went over there to help them, because he didn't know anything that was going on over there. Because that used to be their fucking country. Yes, probably Russia probably wants it back. Maybe because it's something that's there that probably belongs to Russia, and Ukraine probably doesn't want to give it back. And also, there's a lot of former motherfucking people from Germany, the people that came from war over there, them leaders, like the Nazi leaders, went over there to Ukraine because fucking Hitler took over Ukraine. So Hitler used to own Ukraine when he invaded Russia. He owned Ukraine too. But people don't understand that the motherfucker, that's what I'm saying. Motherfucking Hitler was doing shit, and you could really look at how this man is trying to do the same goddamn thing. He is going over there asking for shit to get from Ukraine. Well, you give me all this shit right here, I promise we'll protect you. What is this, prison? You know, when you come to prison, you up there sitting in there like you need some protection from the people that are around you that's telling you they're gonna do this and do that to you. So you go to one of the guys in there like, look, I'll give you some of my conversaries to protect me. It's the same thing that Ukraine is doing. Ukraine is asking for America for protection like they're in prison. And they got NATO right there. Like, I don't understand. How is they say, well, Ukraine is going to lose? Yes. But why is America always got to be in everybody else's freaking business? You got this little small ass country like that don't even have no military. Whose fault is that? You got the Ukraine president, the same name that he has is the same name as Putin, but they'll never say his first name. His name is Vladimir. Nobody says anything. Nobody says anything about this man's first name. They just say his last name. They never said that his name is Vladimir too. He had the same name as motherfucking Putin, but nobody says that. Everybody wants to, and he's fucking Russian. How is it that you got this man? You got these people, like you got America that's so worried about everybody else and not worried about nothing in their own country, nothing. And they're thinking they're protecting our country. How are you protecting our country? How are you protecting our country by taking our military and throwing them all across the world, knowing that our country honestly don't have no protection? When you're throwing everybody across the country on the other part of the planet to try to, because our borders are way open, and not because our borders are open, it's just because you have we don't get messed with anyway. Nobody bothers because we have a treaty. We have a treaty in this country that we're not allowed to be touched by anybody else. I mean, we have a treaty that's been going on for a very, very long time. That's why nobody could touch this country or touch Russia or probably touch China, because we have a treaty that keep us from having war against other countries or having other planes and other tanks and other submarines come into America. We have a treaty signed for that. See, people don't know anything. This is what I'm talking about. This is one thing about politics. When you're into politics, that I hate politics. I think politics is trash because it confuses you. And the people that run the country try to confuse you. See, you see what freaking YouTube just did. YouTube like to do this. They like to take people down, or they like to flag you because you have your own. See, this is the reason why I don't like that we went through this for the last. We didn't go through this for the last 4 years. We didn't go through this with Biden for the last few years in Harris. We didn't have to make videos like this. Now we're making videos. Now Trump is back as president again, like they did a couple of years ago when they were flagging everybody's video for saying things about Donald Trump. They're doing the same thing again. It's like, why are you protecting this man? I understand that a lot of companies are rich and they rather have Donald Trump on their side because they're going to remain rich and keep on being rich. But what about the poor people? What about the people who got the actually First Amendment? Oh, that amendment don't work. It doesn't matter anymore. To have a First Amendment right to speak and talk about things that's going on in the world. We're not allowed to have that. We're not allowed to curse. Because I'm sitting up there like, okay, we've been cursing for nearly over 1,000 years. Now we can't cuss. Are you serious? We can't cuss on. We can't even say. We can't even say the word, the D word or the K word. We can't say that word on social media. Like I'm like, why? The children say it every day. The elderly say it every day. What is keeping us from us having our freedom of speech, which we are allowed to actually conform anything worse what we want to do. We want to say anything we want. We can say anything we want. That's why they gave us a right. Why did they take that right away from us? And why are they trying to change the Constitution, change the Declaration of Independence, and trying to make the people of America look so bad? That's the reason why I don't get no views. I used to get, like, I was playing my video game on here. I used to get so many views. Then I started making videos like these. They say, you know what? This guy right here, we can't let him have no views. They start taking people's views away, taking my views away. I'm like, you know what? It's cool. I said, you know, I might as well just try to see if I could delete my profile. Because it's not fair. And honestly, we have a president that's trying to take everything from us. We're going to be freaking living on the street pretty soon, dog. We're going to be eating from our churches. We'll be eating out of soup kitchens pretty soon. We're gonna be just like how people were during the freaking 29 crash. And if you don't believe anything that happened during the 29 crash, you need to go and look at what the pictures look like of the 29 crash, where people were living out on the street, people were dying from diseases, and men were working only for a freaking dollar. And they had to be up all day long to try to find a job, like work at anywhere to make probably like 50 cents to a dollar to try to feed their family, and they had to go and wait in soup kitchens to get food all day. Hundreds of people going on. That's when you saw about the pandemic. No, 29 was a lot worse. Now we're going to end up being like 29 pretty soon, man. And people don't understand that Donald Trump's going to put us in the position to say, that's it. We got to go out there and do something about this. Or people are going to just sit there and just say, you know what? I can't really do anything. You know, I mean, Donald Trump won because people are just going to give up. People are giving up right now because people just say, you know what, we can't win. We can win. Just see, we can win because we have the law on our side. Now, see, before they changed the law, because like I said before, money can change laws, and that's the reason why he got Elon Musk. Because Elon Musk is the richest man in the world by currency. So basically, he can buy the laws. He can rewrite the laws by giving money to, hey, change the law. Here you go. Here a couple million. Here a couple billion. Just change the laws real quick. Ice Cube said it best. The money can change laws. He said that. That's why black people are not Democrat. We're Republican. People are not. We're not Republican because Republicans are rich. Well, before that, though they're rich, well, Republicans are richer now, but the Democrats used to be what blacks used to be. They used to be Democrat. And then we switched over to Republican. Now you see what Democrats are going through. Because blacks went through that during slavery. When blacks were fucking Democrats. And then we were Republican. We were Republican. Now we're going through what we are as Democrats now. And we're seeing the rich Republicans that left to being Democrat because they saw all them poor people going to be Democrat. They left and just started being Republican. And now you got all the rich that used to be Democrat, now Republican. And they're doing the same damn thing that they did during the time they didn't want to release slaves when they were Democrats. But we feel that just because we made a change to another side of we call the another side of Democrat Republicans. We think we just okay. We just we change. They're going to change. No, they're never going to change. Them Republican politicians will never change, dog. It's all about money, 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 and we got trapped. And we're never going to ever see the light of day because this man's going to do whatever he wants. And he's changing things every day. And I just went on TV like, we're gonna see what the fuck going on with this man. This man just changed shit or stopped shit. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. This man doesn't care. How do you have a family you're trying to take care of? And the funny thing about it is it's rich people also have poor family. What do they think about Donald Trump doing to their family? Even though they're rich, they still see their family suffering. And money, yeah, okay, cool. Money can help you, but who doesn't want free Medicaid for their family? Who doesn't want free health care or food stamps for their family? I think even rich people would love to get some free fucking food stamps. But the thing about it is they can't. But they seeing the elderly or seeing their children, their grandchildren, or their great grandchildren, or maybe one of their family members, they're struggling and they need Medicaid because they need it for a surgery, like, or they need it for something that can give them a vaccine, and they're gonna die. You got this man sitting up there, ha 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 ha, blaming on the Democrats, blaming on them as their fault because I won the election and y'all told me I didn't, or y'all should never kick me out the White House. I should have been president again. But he wasn't. He's using this as a revenge ploy. And he's doing, when people voted for him, I said, please don't vote for this man. This man is going to have revenge on the people of this country. And he's doing the same thing I said he was going to do. Have revenge on the people. It had nothing to do with color or race. He always wanted to go after the immigrants. He always wanted to go after them. He always wanted to go after the immigrants. He wanted to go after immigrants far before he became president of the United States. But see, he probably thought it would never come into fruition because he thought he was never going to be the president. But he became president. He said, "Now I got all this fucking power." But see, he tried to run the country. He tried to run the country like a military. And people say, "You can't do that. You can't run this country like a military, Trump." Well, I'm gonna run this country like a business. Really, honestly, that's what you're supposed to do. Run the country like a business. Because you're trying to get people to work here, you're trying to get people to buy shit, you're trying to get people to, loan you money and shit like that's what you do. You run this country like a business. Now this motherfucker ain't running this country like a business. This motherfucker's trying to run this country like a dictator. And you can see that he's trying to run his country like a dictator. This man is so obsessed with power. He changed the last time that he was president of the United States. I mean, changed deeply. I don't know if he ever would got locked up, but I don't think he would. And he got pardoned. I mean, he didn't pardon himself, but he pardoned other people that were criminals. But you know what? To him, they were hostages. But them people end up getting shot, killed, locked up. So them, you're never ever going to hear nothing about them people anymore. And they don't want you to talk about what happened at the Capitol building. They don't want you to talk about that. Because every time you bring that up to the Republicans, they're like, "Why are you talking about that?" Or you bring up what he did SA. "Oh, don't talk about that. Why do you need to talk about that?" Because that's what he did. Now everybody knows what Puff Daddy's in prison for. Everybody knows what R. Kelly in prison for. Everybody knew what Bill Cosby was in prison for, right? SAing, right? So why can't we talk about Donald Trump being a criminal doing SAing? And the thing about it is that he didn't get locked up for it. But everybody knows what he did because he is a convicted felon. That's on his pieces of paper. He's a convicted felon. Honestly, I'm lucky they didn't put him in for having him filing to be when they mess with women, you gotta file to be a sex offender. Because that's what he was supposed to do anyway. He was supposed to register as a sex offender. But he didn't do that. Because you know why? He's the president of the United States. Because he's a sex offender. So he had to sign that little piece of paper like everybody does that do that. Women and men had to sign that little piece of paper so everybody knows that this man is walking around and being an SA. This man is not, because now he thought he got away. And he talks about how he walked into his little rooms with all his women, all his little girls, and everything that's getting dressed, and he up there staring at them. That's the mind of a crazed maniac. And we put this man. Honestly, we. Cause I don't put nobody in office. I don't give a damn about these people that go in office. Because these people right here, they're just rich politicians that don't care about nobody. I'm not saying they wouldn't help the country, but some of them just look like they've changed in an instant. And Donald Trump he never changed. He's always been the same person until he was ready to go to jail. And he really was taking it out on everybody. He almost got taken to jail for fraud and SAing. And people voted him in because they believe that he's a Christian. A Christian man. Yes, we need to vote him in as a Christian man. He's a great. This man wasn't even a Christian. He was just a regular guy that's a Protestant that really didn't really care nothing about nobody or God or Jesus. He didn't care about none of them. He just used that as a way to just, oh, well, I can get these people to vote for me. Like he got black people to vote for him. He got the Spanish to vote for him. He got the Muslims to vote for him by lying, just like Hitler did when Hitler lied to get to be a champ. Really, honestly, he actually he did a coup and he kicked his way into being fucking chancellor. Man, I'm done with this video, man. I'm getting pissed. I'm getting mad. I'm really, really, really getting mad. Uh, I'm gonna make another video about something else, but it's horrible. Listen to that about what he just did, man. He did some crazy crap today, dog. And Elon Musk is hiding from the GOP because they wanted him to come down and speak to Congress. The Republicans blocked it. Because they want to ask Elon Musk, what the hell are you doing? You're not even an elected official. How are you allowed to do shit? Even Trump is not even allowed him to do anything because he's not an elected official. It's because he got money. If Elon Musk didn't, because you don't even see Bezos, or you don't even see Warren Buffett, or you don't even see other rich people up there sitting next to Biden, sitting next to Donald Trump saying, you know what, let's fucking sabotage shit. This is only Elon Musk. And Donald Trump is like, I just think he's a genius. This man just put up the Heil Hitler sign on TV, and then he tried to say there wasn't a Heil Hitler sign. And then he's like, oh, well, I didn't do that. Who said I did that? Any idiot, if somebody's like some idiots out there that don't know what the German sign is, that been going on for at least about 70 years, and they still do it to this very day. You got neo-Nazis that do it all the time. Even the Ku Klux Klan do the same freaking thing. So if you don't know what the we call the Nazi salute is, something wrong with you. This man did it on national TV. I mean, and even the Jews would probably cringe, like, "Oh my God, this bull! Don't tell me they're gonna do this again." Like we've been through that 70 freaking some years ago. I thought that. I mean, even though they hide, I always say the Klan, the neo Nazis, the Nazis, they all hide in suits now. They wear suits and ties now. So you can't really see all of them like you used to see them when they used to wear white shirts and white hats and shit, and they used to wear the shirts of the bald heads, the skinheads, and all that kind of shit. They don't do that no more. They wear suits now. They wear the nice suits and drives in the nice cars, and they pretend that they're good people to the nation. And next thing you know, you really see their true colors of Nazism once they become in office. And you see the same thing with Donald Trump, and you see the same thing with your boy named Elon Musk. But Elon Musk doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's a multi-billionaire. He can pay off anybody he want, to keep their mouth shut. Yeah, I mean, he can fire whoever he wants. He can do anything he wants, and it's not fair to the people because people can't defend themselves. And they say that the government people that work for the government makes too much money. Of course, they're making a lot of money. They're going to make a lot of money because they're working for the country. But he's going to fire everybody. Who are you going to hire to do what the people in the government do? We're going to hire the megas that don't know what the hell. We're going to hire some mega Trump supporters to work in the government, and they don't know what they're doing. You already got 19-year-olds and 15-year-olds and 25-year-olds working for you because you have complete control of them because you can't get no grown people to have control of, because you can just pay them young people anything they want, or say something to them like, I'll give you $100 and a computer and a video game system if you work for me. And you know them young kids love video games. They'll be like, okay, Elon Musk, let's do this. Because you can't get a real person to do the things that he wants his young people to do. So that's why he's like, oh damn, like I can't get no older people to do what I want. So you know I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hire these kids, and I can have total control over these kids. Because that's what he wants. He wants total power. Oh, that's why he didn't want to go to the GOP, John, because they know they're gonna tear him a new a hole. He was so scared. How Zuckerberg and Bezos and all of them go to the GOP, John, defended themselves, but Musk won't do that. Musk will not defend himself. And it's going to even get worse if Trump gets impeached. This man's going to be in trouble. Elon Musk is going to be in big freaking trouble. And his money can't hide him unless he leaves the country and go back to South America. Go back to South Africa. But he got a long. Oh man, I'm off this thing. I can't take it anymore. I'm getting pissed. I'm getting more pissed thinking about it. And I know they're going to have more stuff about it. And he's going to probably do some more signings. He's going to probably do more, taking away a lot of stuff from people that, we need to stand up for ourselves, America, man, because we are really going downhill, yo. We are really about to get sucked into a black hole because this man is doing so much stuff to this country. He's taking away so much stuff from us, and he's doing it and with a smile on his face, like he's supposed to do this. He's supposed to take everything from everybody. He's chosen to do this to take from the rich and give to the poor. I mean, I'm out.